Kevin Corke is standing by with the latest. We've been watching this news unfold all night in Washington, D.C. We have now confirmed tonight the press was told to leave the White House at 8:45 p.m. by the Secret Service. Here with the full report, and you can see the protest ongoing. Obviously, attempt now in Washington, D.C. Well, a lot of things going on there. Kevin, what's going on?
Well, let me tell you two things. You're right, about 8:45 or so, the Secret Service told the White House press corps to evacuate. Now, usually what that means, Sean, is if you're out there on the North Lawn, you don't want to be downwind of any dispersal techniques. In other words, if they're going to use pepper or some other agent, they want to clear an area, especially when there are lots of people. They don't want you on the North Lawn. Or it could also mean, and sometimes it does, that protesters have gotten too close to the fence line. I don't believe that was the case. But as you've known, Sean, the mob is, in fact, on the move. In fact, they're trying to do to D.C. what they've done in Seattle, and that's create an autonomous zone. They're calling this one, wait for it, Black House Autonomous Zone. They tried to actually set up shop just north of the White House, about a block east of Lafayette Park, using barricades that were already there, Sean, thanks to D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser, who cordoned off a part of 16th Street, renamed it Black Lives Matter Plaza. So they sort of scooted those barricades over along with some fencing. However, the separatists have been hit by a massive law enforcement presence, so at this hour, it's still unclear how much autonomy they may be able to secure. Sources on the ground, in fact, are telling us that there are dozens and dozens, and again, dozens of men and women in uniform in that area. We've got a crew on the scene, as you see there, and as we get pictures, we'll pass them along. Meanwhile, Sean, I want to tell you this very quickly. Authorities have also moved in to save the statue of Old Hickory, Andrew Jackson. Anarchists and other protesters defaced the statue of the 7th President of the United States, and they tried to pull it down. That, too, was right there in Lafayette Park, directly across from the White House. Thankfully, law enforcement moved in to push back the mob and to protect that historic statue. I'm going to make my way over there and see what else I can learn on the ground. If I get more before your hour's up, I promise to pass it along, Sean. But for now, back to you.
All right, we're going to be checking in and out, and we'll head to Seattle in just a minute.